Happy Wednesday, everybody. How is everybody doing today on a Wednesday? God bless you for being here. Thank you for showing up again today. Holy smokes, you people are awesome. Yeah. Did you get any rain? What? Lots of rain. I am glad you're here today, and I'm glad I'm here today. I'm glad you're glad. And everybody's happy. Almost. My name is Nick Stewart. This is Sunrise Santa Rosa. Thank you for being here. Thank you for Milton Post for hosting. Jurgen's Landing. Everybody that shares the show. Holy smokes, it's everywhere. And appreciate it. Lots of good viewers. Risers. Rise. Yeah. Well, what rain? Yeah, it's wet. It is wet. Hey, I got some, we got to handle some business. Rain, it filled your pool last night. Nice. That's a lot of rain. We got to handle some business about, our friend and what comes next, what you need to do next. Try not to spend all day on that today, but we don't want to let it go. That is the fear. Because if you let it go, we let it slide, then people don't show up. People aren't angry. And that's the hope of the county commissioners and Schiebler. So we got to make sure we have everybody on mark, on task, mentally prepared. Your forecast today: thunderstorms likely, gusty winds, small hail possible, high near 77. Chance of rain 90%, possibly over an inch of rain again today. Tonight, thunderstorms during the evening will give way to partly cloudy skies after midnight, low near 63. The chance of rain overnight 40%. Then tomorrow for your Thursday, beautiful abundant sunshine, a high near 82. It's 69 in Milton, 71 Gulf Breeze, 70 in Navarre, and 68 in Pensacola. How you doing? All right. Morning risers. Yes, thank you for everybody for watching. We've been having some way big numbers, and I love it. That helps. All right, it makes me feel that this is, and I know this is important to you. All that has been going on with this guy, the county administrator who lied to you because you're not important. He lied to you because he doesn't respect you. And that's what it comes down to, is respect. Now, have you contacted your county commissioner yet? Now, here's the thing. I sent off some alerts to Tucker Carlson, Fox News, others. We want coverage of this beyond just WEAR. Look, we're doing a good job of it right here in the area. We've got South Santa Rosa News, who's doing an amazing job of it, digging stuff up. But here's the question. If it doesn't grow outside the county where we have influence to influence what we do, meaning we cause national embarrassment, not on the county, but on those leaders. If we don't do that, we lose our power. Because here's the thing. If this gets swept under the rug, it comes around to, it rolls back to election time. People forget, or it's a kind of hazy. And that's what they're counting on. You cannot let it go. So here's what you need to know. Here is the email addresses for the county commissioners. Now, if you want to email and support Dan Schiebler, knock yourself out. If you want to email and praise James Calkins, knock yourself out. If you want to email and badmouth James Calkins, that's between you and God. But this is contact. I demand a read receipt. I want to know you read this. Because it's important. This is your county on the line. Remember, the bulk of the commissioners, except for one, has kind of blown it off as a missed opportunity. We missed filing for SCOP funds. But that's not the bad part about it. It was lied about multiple times. You were told multiple lies. The commissioners don't care that he lied to you. Now, they know he lied. It's evident. It's all over the place. They know it. But they don't care. They don't care that you were lied to. Dan Schiebler doesn't care you were lied to. It's a missed opportunity. People, that is dangerous. And so make sure you send an email. But greater still is that you show up on May 11th at 4:30 p.m. You show up, you have signs, and do what needs to be done. They often know what's going on behind closed doors. He's the fall guy. What's the truth? We don't know what the truth is. Rennie. James was right in the second meeting about cover-up. It's clear now the three attacked James. Yeah, they knew the truth. The video was out there. Yeah, there's no question they knew the truth. But why listen, this is the thing that gets me. And someone says, well, it may not be a big deal. It may not be anything important. If it wasn't that important, why would they lie so vehemently about it? Why would Schiebler tell 5 different versions? Why do the commissioners not go, hey, man, you lied to the people? None of that. We're going to let it go. It's just a missed opportunity. If it isn't, why wouldn't they just go, okay, you got us? And something's weird. Something is hinky. If Dan Schiebler wants to lie and cheat in his personal life, that's his business and his wife's. I'll throw that in there. But when you start lying, when you're a servant of the public, there's no accountability. That is a problem. It is a problem. And they don't want to hold him accountable. He said, we talked about yesterday, in my mind, I'm responsible. What? In reality, you're responsible. This is your baby. It's your baby. So don't let it go. We will not let it go. You've got to get a hold of this thing and recall Florida. Randy says, yep. We need to make lots and lots of noise. You be noisy. Be a change maker. Don't let them continue doing the same thing they've always done. Honestly, it would have been just fine with Dan just admitting he made a mistake and answered his constituents truthfully. Now, again, people have been, oh, dang it. We missed that money, and now they want more tax money. That makes people angry, right? It does make people angry. But if you said, you know what, we screwed up. And for that, we apologize. Okay, whatever. All right. But you know what? Rennie, I tend to agree. It may not have been a mistake. Why would you lie about something really? I mean, it's difficult. But we would have been way beyond it at this point, right? The people would have brought it up every time they asked for tax money. But we would have been beyond it. Historically speaking, the cover-up is usually worse than the crime. I don't know. We've got to demand answers. Don't let the commissioners off the hook, and don't let them let Dan off the hook. Pride? I don't know. Suck it up and go on. You'd be beyond this thing. You would be beyond this thing. It's I don't know. Nobody would have looked further. It's not a embarrassing sex situation that we know of. It's not a money crime where they've been stealing from the county that we know of. It would have gone away. It would have gone away if they had just let it alone and just apologized and admitted it. We're wrong. Dan has said, I screwed up. I want to ask the apology of the county and of the Board of County Commissioners, and please accept my apology. We're putting stuff in order to make sure that doesn't happen again. All right. But that didn't happen. That didn't happen. What new guy? What about that new guy running for mayor? Okay. Old Dan may be the Hillary Clinton of Santa Rosa County. If you're going to take me down, I'm going to take the whole bunch down. Take them down. Take them down. Scorched earth. I'm all for the scorched earth at this point. 850-771-0049. I misread somebody's email. All right. So just make sure you contact them. Make sure that you are doing your due diligence. Make sure you are going to be there May 11th. Sign the petition. There's lots of polls out there. Take those polls. Make your voice heard. Contact you. You can do go to the internet, contact Fox News, contact Newsmax, and do that and fill out the paperwork, fill out the form, and shoot it off to them. And let them know, hey, there's something hinky going on here, and you need to be here May 11th. Dan may be we did that one. I thought there was something new that popped up. So anyway, just keep that in mind. They want you to forget it. Look, it's out of the news at the moment. So WEAR is beyond it now. They talked to Dan. He gave okay. He gave his little, in my mind, I'm responsible. Okay. He blamed it on the public works person. They didn't feel that they had adequate information to file. All right. They didn't cover the lies. WEAR didn't cover any lies. The P&J is not going to cover it adequately. All they can do is bash Calkins. And Santa Rosa Press Gazette isn't even mentioning it. They're not mentioning it. South Santa Rosa News and us. That's it. That's it. And we've got to be the voice. We've got to speak out because truth matters. The truth matters. And if you let this lie slide, the next one's going to be easier for them to tell. Think about telling the lie next time. They'll go, remember last time they were angry. Yeah. This show and South Santa Rosa News, that's it. That's all your friends, my friends. Milton Post, Jurgens Landing, Milton Uncensored, those kinds of things. That's it. That's all that's speaking up and standing between you and these guys running you over. Dan's lie will not go away in our minds, but don't let it die. Because El Cuco, that the danger is that people lose the fire. We've got what a week between now and 4:30 on Tuesday afternoon. Week. And other things come up in the news, the cycle, and all these things, and you lose focus. Not you, but people you know. You understand what I'm saying. Watching from the jury duty parking lot. Sorry. Thank you for your service, Jason. I hope it's interesting. So don't let it go away. Put Schiebler's picture on your fridge. I promise you, do this. Put Schiebler's picture on your fridge, and right underneath it, he lied to me. He lied to me. Make it personal, because it is personal. Dan Schiebler lied to me. The commissioners covered it up. They want you to think it's just about the missing the deadline, and it's not. Don't let it go out. May 11th at 4:30 in the afternoon. Be there. Be ready. Don't give up. All right. This weekend at OWA is the Hot Air Balloon Festival. That should be amazing. Beautiful weather for that. Starts Thursday night, tomorrow night, and goes through Sunday. And that is that'll be amazing. It'll be a great time. Lots of freebie stuff going on, free event. Food, I know you got to pay for that, but just events going on. Music, the balloons, it's going to be amazing. Check it out. You've been chosen because you're a riser. Let me tell you something. If they knew, they wouldn't want you on a jury. I'll just tell you that. As a matter of fact, that may be your way to get out of it. You say, hey, I'm a riser. That go, okay, you can be dismissed. Oh, all right. So they are, we'll get back to business here. So they've got a plan for Milton. Bustling, vibrant, mixed-used development along the Blackwater River in downtown Milton, as a locally based firm hopes to transform the quiet waterfront into a multi-million-dollar destination. Public-private partnership in which the city owns the land and the developer creates shopping, dining, retail, living destination to boost economic development in downtown Milton. I love it. I love it. Do it. And they got a 10-year plan. That's pretty quick. Hope it happens sooner. Right? It's a good thing. El Cuco can't serve on the jury. Illegal. Let me see. Call me when burrito trucks start pulling up downtown, please. Okay. Yeah, it'll happen soon. I love you people. The Milton City Council meeting on Monday got contentious after City Councilwoman Shannon Rice brought up one concern. Opening Doors Northwest Florida serves a good purpose. I'm just not sure that purpose is a purpose we want served at the community center. Opening Doors Northwest Florida helps the homeless with rental assistance and more. While its main office is in Pensacola, it also operates twice a week inside the Milton Community Center. I don't know how to say this to be politically correct, said Rice. They have court orders that say they can't be around children. Well, Opening Doors Executive Director John Johnson said, I was deeply offended by that. To say that population specifically holds sexual offenders and predators, I think was just wrong. Johnson says Santa Rosa County has more than 2,500 homeless school children. It's those family, he says, that often helps at the center by appointment. We know beforehand who's going to come, and a super majority of those cases are moms with kids. He believes Rice's comments may have come from a place of ignorance. That's a stereotype, and it's wrong on so many levels. That was very, very disturbing to me because we have been there for a very long time, for a number of years, without incident. The council moved its discussion to a committee. Now, so Shannon was correct Roger says. Now, I worked with the homeless in Pensacola. Now, is the community center probably the best place for them? Maybe not. But they've been doing it there for years. And it's twice a week by appointment. Now, let me just say this. From someone who has worked in this arena, women are underserved. Women and children are underserved. And it's a need. If they got to do it by appointment, that kind of cuts it down. But if it's not been a problem, then it probably isn't a problem. If it hasn't been a problem, I would maybe I don't know what the answer is. Maybe find a better suited place for them. We've got all that. Let me say this: we've got all that space at the Bells where they're doing the vaccine that nobody's getting. Got all that space. Why not move it there? But you understand what I'm saying. The organization can't be relocated. But I would also say this. I also want to throw this out. To get a better understanding is to go and Shannon should go down. All of the city council should go down and observe and go right. It's right next to a middle school. It is. It is right next to a middle school. Shouldn't create a problem where there isn't one. I got it. Let me see. It's afflicted with this nonprofit, and she came to a city council meeting recently, thanking them for allowing them to stay at the community center for another year. Never informed. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read this. It cut off. That this was going on. Why? I don't know. I don't know, Cassandra, but it should come at a place of and I'm not saying Shannon's wrong. I'm not saying, because I get it on both sides. But be informed, go down and observe, volunteer, whatever you can do, and see how the process works and what is going on, and see the plight of some of these folks. Because opening doors does amazing work. I'll just say that. They do amazing work. And it is needed. It's much needed. And and help them find another place. It's not easy. It's not easy. So do that. It only takes one bad incident. Let's just relocate the office and be proactive and alleviate any concerns. I got you. But again, have it so that you understand exactly what they do and how they do it. Yep. I got it. Right. Right, Cassandra. They do amazing stuff. Right? I get it. It's a donation from the city to allow you to use the building. I get it. But they've been there for a long time. Long time. So my suggestion is move them to the Bells Center where they do the vaccination, or don't do the vaccination, depending on who's showing up. And that's just a thought. 850-771-0049 is the number to call. And I'd love to talk to you about it. If you want to talk about this, I'm cool with that. I'm not saying it's right one way or the other. Just know what we're going after. The court must now find a new judge in this case against Skanska regarding the 3 Mile Bridge damage after the current judge recused himself from the case. Judge Roger Vincent did so. He said because the Homeowners Association in Portofino, where he owns a condo, filed a claim in the case on Friday. Seb Giesler, an attorney for the law firm Elstock, Witkin, Crease, and Overholtz, says he counted around 985 claims in total. His firm has filed 485 of those. In June, a judge will hear oral arguments deciding if maritime law applies to this case. Regardless, a judge will then hear arguments on September 13th about whether Skanska can be held liable for damages related to the closure. So it is going to be a year. A year. Again, Justin, I agree. He had no choice. He had no choice. He had to step down. So Skanska, will they skate? 900 almost 1,000 claims against Skanska. Yeah. I want to know how much it cost for them to retrieve their barges. And this needs to be taken care of. I want to know the cost of this thing, total cost, because it's ridiculous that people get away with this. And Skanska is not. They are not participating in helping you out. They are not. Santa Rosa County School Board voted Monday morning to remove the district's mask mandate immediately. Face coverings are now only optional in Santa Rosa County schools. On Friday, Superintendent Dr. Karen Barber planned to recommend making the mandate optional, and parents against the mask mandate have been the vocal majority in Santa Rosa County. Monday morning, over a dozen parents pleaded for the school board to get rid of the mask requirement. Here's a video from that.
I just want to say that I've read every communication to Dr. Barber and those addressed directly to me from our stakeholders.
Why she sounds so terrible? She's got a mask on.
Regarding face masks, and like Dr. Barber has said, I've also heard from employees and parents and students who have parents and students who have the exact opposite view. I'm truly sad. I'm truly sad that.
Can you take off your mask? We can't hear you. As she plays with her hands, she's uncomfortable. Uber Shower's uncomfortable, and she's playing with her hands, and they can't hear her.
I'm truly sad that face masks have morphed from a protective strategy to a political issue. From the beginning of this pandemic, I have always said that I would follow public health guidance on Thursday about COVID mitigation measures. On Thursday, the highest ranking public health official in our state has rescinded all public health advisories regarding face masks. While my preference would be to finish out the remaining weeks of the school year with the protocols that have been working in our school all year, I will continue to rely on our public health officials to recommend their expertise in infectious disease control. Especially for those who are not fully vaccinated, I strongly encourage those who are eligible to become fully vaccinated. My hope is that
They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. They're like, stop it all. Sounds like they messed with their mic. It was terrible. Wah, 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 wah. Yeah, they were like, take the mask off. We can't hear you. It is ridiculous. And the people were angry. They're gone. They did not. I'm suppose you mean Donna. They didn't want to hear from her. Just be done with it. The masks come off. The masks are now optional. Great people of this community showed up, and their voices mean something. And that's what we're saying would show up on May 11th. Because it does make a difference. Rude parents? Come on. Because, listen, Leanne, they weren't heard. I don't think that's a I don't think that's rude because they are not being heard. They want these people to understand. Again, these people are in it for power. They are not in it to represent the people and the people, you and the students. They're not. They have special interest. Just like the county commissioners have special interest. They represent themselves and not you. And there you go. I suppose that was to Leanne. So, last week, the Florida Department of Health rescinded its COVID-19 public health advisories, including those wearing masks when social distancing is not possible. Many school board members cited this as the reason for their decision, and angry parents. No, the face masks are now optional in the school. And I would say that they're gone. 850-771-0049. Governor DeSantis, flanked by leaders of the Florida House and Senate on Monday, suspended local COVID emergency orders and signed a proposal lawmakers approved last week that limits government's ability to impose mask requirements and other social distancing measures used to combat the coronavirus this past year. The bill, which goes into effect July 1st, also makes permanent DeSantis' executive order that prohibits vaccine passports, saying it's unnecessary to be policing people at this point. I think if you're saying that, you're really saying you don't believe in vaccines, you don't believe in the data, you don't believe in science, DeSantis said at the bill signing ceremony. So the vaccines work or they don't work. Make up your own mind. To underscore his position, DeSantis later issued 2 executive orders invalidating local emergency COVID orders. In order to protect the rights and liberties of individuals in the state and to accelerate the state's recovery from COVID-19 emergency, any emergency order issued by political subdivision due to the COVID-19 emergency, which restricts the rights or liberties of individuals or their businesses, is invalidated. It's invalidated. Minutes later, a second order was issued to bridge the gap between then and now, suspending all local COVID-19 restrictions and mandates on individuals and businesses immediately. It is done in Florida. He's awesome. And this is one of the reasons that there is talk. Trump is making waves about a 2024 run and DeSantis being his running mate. What did I say? I said Trump, DeSantis, Trump, Gates. Yeah. DeSantis is not to be trifled with. He is not going to be, he is not going to be messed with on this stuff. The news left local government scrambling to assess the impact of the order. The announcement comes at the same time the Florida continues to log thousands of new COVID cases each week, though the week-over-week totals are significantly decreasing. It's going down. We haven't had this nonsense in the state for a long time. I mean, there's been some little pockets of stuff, but people, you go into Walmart and don't wear a mask. Even though they say mask required, they say nothing if you aren't wearing one. And it's that way in a lot of places. Do I need a mask? No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I got turned away by a library for no mask. And they tried to sell me one. Told them there's a mask recall already. I walked out. Good for you, Corey. Our governor is awesome. He is a Richard. He is a good guy, and he's well measured. He thinks things out. All right, so this came up. Images showed a Louisville restaurant patron pointing a handgun at armed Black Lives Matter protesters who swarmed the outdoor dining patio during demonstrations in honor of Breonna Taylor on the day of the Kentucky Derby. What Breonna Taylor has to do with the Kentucky Derby is nothing but just political opportunity. But here is the video of this event. So you can't see it, but the man in the blue shirt over here to the right, the gray hair blue shirt, has a little pistol in his hand. It's like, don't mess with me. So here's the thing. There are armed Black Lives Matter protesters. there are people in the Black Lives Matter group that are armed, yet they're offended that this man is armed, protecting himself. They were just dining. And the Black Lives Matter group was harassing the people, harassing the diners. You want to protest? Protest. Leave me alone. I don't care about whatever it is you're doing. I do support your right to free speech. You messing with me while I'm eating is not free speech. And you get in my face, I'm pulling my gun. And he pulled his gun. They were armed. He was armed. Now, a lot of these people were arrested. You see this woman in the back. She's trying to get it and move on down the street. They're taking pictures of him. Look, he's got a gun. Look, he's got a gun. Yeah. So they're moving him on. They're trying to move him on. Come on. Let's go. But it's, BLM was mad, but that the witnesses were having brunch. Well, yeah, the whites were having brunch. Don't you know? Say your name. I'm having brunch. Go away. This stuff has gotten out of control. And people are done with it. When yep. I got you. Look. Corey says, I hear you. Can't wait to move back. They're admitted Marxists, yes. And if you kind of agreed with them a little bit, they're losing any support from reasoned people because of stuff like that. This has gone too far. This has nothing to do with people being oppressed. It has nothing to do with cops shooting unarmed blacks. You're losing your voice. How about that rocket launcher from China that's going to crash into Earth? Yeah. Let's hope it does. A peaceful protest only. Well, that's not. When you are harassing people, that is not a peaceful protest. Look, I'm against it when the unions do it as well. You can't cross our line. Now, protest, you leave me alone. They need to read the story that led to Breonna Taylor's. I know. This kind of stuff does not help your cause. It doesn't. They pushed it too far. If you bring a weapon to a so-called peaceful protest, then you don't plan on being peaceful. That is correct. Now, if this guy would have shot, they would have had it would have been awful. It had been on. And it's not a peaceful protest. It's not a peaceful protest. Breonna Taylor's mother. Yeah, they used her. And she was not happy about that. You're exactly correct. 850-771-0049. BLM is useless at this point. You've got everybody. You've convinced everybody you're going to convince, and you're losing people at this point. So, all right, this is interesting. Dr. Anthony Fauci, the top disease expert, said in an interview Tuesday that he believes the U.S. is in the bottom of the sixth when it comes to the likely COVID-19 timeline. So he uses a baseball reference. So let me show you this.
What you'll see from baseball 2020, we get a real good feel for tonight. And now one of the more well-known Washington National fans, Dr. Anthony Fauci, to throw out the first.
And there's nobody in the stands. Look at there's nobody in the stands. This was a while back. Whoop. Oh, Anthony Fauci. So it turns out that Fauci knows as much about baseball as he does about COVID-19. That's what I get from that. You can't throw a pitch. You can't. We're not trying to get you to put the pepper on it. We're just trying to get it over the plate. He knows as much about baseball as he does about COVID. This guy's a fraud. He's a fraud. I'll get a little COVID thing on my Facebook. Stop watching 10 TV shows already due to their support of BLM. I can't tell you the last time I watched a network television show that's current. You're outside. It was high and outside. There you go. But he was wearing a mask. You saw him out there on the pitcher mound. Let me put that video back. I dropped it. Anyway, he was wearing a mask on the pitcher's mound in an empty stadium. That shows you how much he knows about COVID and shows you how much he knows about baseball by the pitch. So, but we're in the bottom of the sixth. Fauci told CNN that he's under the impression President Biden's goal of administering 100 million jabs over the next 60 days is achievable. Why are they calling it jabs now? Biden on Tuesday set a new vaccination goal to deliver at least one shot to 70% of adult Americans by July 4th. Demand for vaccines has dropped off markedly nationwide, with still some states leaving more than half of their available doses unordered. People don't want it. They don't want it. Some have gotten one shot. Like, people have felt so bad, they don't want the second shot. I know. What is this, Sharon? No, we are game over and out of the. I don't know what that means. The English call it jabs. It's a vaccine. It's a shot. Maybe. So when will the government roll out COVID-20 demand new vaccines for everyone? Well, that is next. I understand you don't want it, but I will tell you this, that they will. This is going to be mandated. This will be mandated. Last summer, NBC News reported that New York State's health officials were stunned by the number of hospitalized patients who said they had contracted COVID-19 while staying at home. The data collected from 113 hospitals who surveyed patients over a 3-day span suggested more than 2/3 had contracted the virus while staying at home. 66% of the people were at home, which is shocking to us, said Governor Andrew Cuomo, who told a gaggle of reporters at the Feinstein Institutes for Medical Research in May. The percentage far outnumbered more likely places such as nursing homes, 18%, where you stuck people to die, assisted living facilities, and homeless shelters. This is a surprise, Cuomo said. We were thinking that maybe we were going to find a higher percent of essential employees who were getting sick because they were going to work, that these may be nurses, doctors, transit workers. That's not the case. They were predominantly staying at home. A year later, a study sheds new light on the mystery. A new National Bureau of Economic Research working paper offers fresh evidence to show stay-at-home orders may have backfired. Micro evidence contradicts the public health ideal, in which households would be places of solitary confinement and zero transmission. Instead, the evidence suggests that households show the highest transmission rates and that households are at high-risk settings for transmission of COVID-19. Well, they got it before they went home. Yeah. So there you go. Once FDA is forced to approve the vaccine, mandates will be very close behind. You are the guinea pigs. It is an experimental drug. We're going to get the COVID little flag. I know. So look at what these COVID lockdowns have done. Gas prices skyrocketing. You're having a problem finding truckers. You can't find employees because people are getting paid to sit on their butt. Lumber has gone cray-cray. Inflation is coming in huge doses. You're one of the Brits, Zoe. I had that word said to me a bunch of times. Sounds worse. It does sound worse. Vaccine's not even legal yet. Still considered emergency, not FDA approved. I know. That are of celeb status have to snapshot that they have the shot or else they die. Here's the thing, is all these people are like, I got the shot. I'm very close to considering posting a picture of me not having the shot. I'm celebrating another day of being my own person. Here's Sam posted this earlier and didn't get to it. Here's the Biden effect. Gasoline prices plus 180%. Lumber prices plus 300%. Food prices up 50 to 75%. Used cars and truck prices up 40%. Computer chip shortage. Gas diesel shortages. Fast food workers shortage. Police shortage. That's because of, Black Lives Matter and Antifa. Truck driver shortage. Murder rate plus 25%. Yeah, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. We had to come up with a little Facebook thing. We're vax free. Our government's been doing this for years in other countries. Our eyes, but nobody sees. I know. One of the only reasons El Cuckoo got the vaccines because the cruise ships will require it, and I want to cruise. Well, you pick your battles. Zoe, I don't think it changes your DNA. I do think it makes it susceptible for change. The RNA sequence. That's another discussion. We'll put our foil hats on and we'll talk. Tuskegee experiments. I know that's why the blacks aren't taking it. It's one of the reasons the blacks aren't taking it. But people are losing interest in the vaccine. Those who want it pretty much have gotten it. Nobody else cares. What? Somebody tell me you're in the control group for COVID vax. Okay. So you tell me what the vaccine does for you. How does it stop the virus? And how does it do that? Anybody got a clue on that? Somebody share that with me. What happens with that? Because if it gives you antibodies, getting COVID gives you antibodies. I don't need the vaccine. I've already had COVID. I've got the antibodies. Vaccine shedding. The vaccinated affecting the unvaxxed. I don't know. Your immune system is the best vaccine. Yes. Vitamin D, vitamin C. Lots of rest. It's the flu. It's the flu. Exactly. It's the same as the flu shot. You'll still get it. Its antibodies are supposed to be. And if that's the case, if you get COVID, you got antibodies. Ta-da! Morons. Yeah, I just hate the stupidity of the whole thing. All right. So here's the thing. President Joe Biden's political operation has begun opposition research on potential 2024 political opponents. He just hit 100 days. He hit 100 days, and now he is looking at 2024 political opponents. Safe cure, hydroxychloroquine. Now you can't say that. You'll be banished from Facebook. Hydroxychloroquine. Yep. So, but he's 100. Biden is 100 days in, and he's already worried about political opponents. Politico on the Hill reported Tuesday that the Democratic National Committee is already at work investigating more than 20 possible Republican candidates, from Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and former United Nations Ambassador Nikki Haley to Fox News host Tucker Carlson and MyPillow founder Mike Lindell. Tucker. Now, we've heard Tucker's name mentioned before as a candidate, but for 100 days in, that Biden's people are already looking at Tucker Carlson and Mike Lindell. There's 20 people that they're worried about. Opposition research. Maybe there'll be a Russian dossier. Maybe. Maybe some of it might be real. You never know. The reason the antibody from the natural immunity is not discussed, they need to produce and administer booster shots. Yeah, because they've already said that. You're going to need a booster shot. It lasts at least 6 months. The shot that made you sick for 3 days to a week or longer, that you have to get twice, will require a booster shot in a year. Candace Owens would scare the left out of the Dems. Oh, the hell out of the Dems, yeah. There's been many black folks that I would love to see run for president. Who was the guy from J.C. Watts? Oh my gosh, I loved J.C. Watts. He would have been amazing as a president. Herman Cain would have been great. Alan West would have been great. There's a bunch of them. Yeah, the shot could kill you. No, not that shot. I didn't mean that shot. A shot from a gun would kill you, but not the vaccine, not the jab. I'm just saying. Just so Facebook is clear. Condi Rice, if she wasn't too connected to Bush, Condi Rice would have been great. But her connection to George Bush concerns me. Ben Carson, yeah. He's too soft. He's too soft-spoken. He's not assertive enough. I think he's intelligent. I do. But he's too soft-spoken. Charlie Crist, he didn't do well he wasn't a good governor the first time around. Why would you want Charlie Crist? Why would you want that ding-dong? Nobody wants Charlie Crist. Does anybody? What is it about him that he thinks that he is so amazing? I don't know. It's just impossible to me to think about this. That he wants to be governor again. Was he sufficient before? Deep state. Yeah, I know. No for Charlie Crist. Really don't think, No Charlie Crist. Does he stand a chance? Look, Chris Christie's talking about running for president. No chance for president. Charlie Crist doesn't have a chance as being governor. We don't have, you look at some of these other guys that are running, that want to run for president. Mike Pence. Does Mike Pence stand a chance in his bid for president? No. These people nobody want. After Trump, you don't want these moderate Republicans, if they are moderate at all. Now, Pence is just, Sharon says no to Pence. He's had no stance. Well, I don't know which one, Zoe, but which one you're referring to. But Pence is a traitor. Yeah, that's going to be the problem. If the nation is not too far gone at that point, that's what you got to think about. Pence did not back Trump, and it continued when it counted. And that's the danger of some of these guys. Now, they will drop out quickly. Pence is a snooze fest. And after Trump, you either got to do another Trump or somebody Trump-esque. Somebody can get out there and just speak to the people and get them fired up and follow through. You got to have somebody who you can count on to follow through. Look at whether you like Trump or not, he did amazing things. And that's what you got to think about. All right. Again, do not neglect to contact your county commissioner. Don't neglect that. Make sure that you email them and let them know what you think about Schiebler. Should he stay or should he go, as the Clash would sing? Should they do the right thing? And that's what it comes down to. Are they going to back the truth? Or are they going to back Schiebler? And Schiebler's a liar. That is not putting too fine a point on it. He's a liar. He lied to you because you don't matter to him. Deborah, I mentioned that earlier. DeSantis has been being looked at as a running mate for Trump. But back to Schiebler. Make sure you don't let your foot off the gas. Apologies are in order. Yes, they do need to apologize. They need to apologize. Bob Cole needs to apologize to James. Colton Wright needs to apologize to James. Peach probably needs to apologize to James. And then they need to apologize to you. And then as they do so, fire Schiebler. All that needs to happen May 11th. And you let them know you are the voice. You contact, as I have, you contact the news organizations. Not local. Northwest Florida News. You get them. You get Fox News and Newsmax and all these. And you let them know what is going on. Because this must be put out there. And we're going to do. I'm going to try to be there for the meeting. Plan on it, and we'll do some video. We'll do some reporting. We'll talk to folks, and that's how it gets done. Oh man, don't let this go. Don't let it go. He lied to you because he does not respect you. No, it's not the mask thing, Zoe. Go back and check out the Sunday show. Check out the special report, Zoe, from Sunday, and you'll get it all. All right. You take an hour of your time, check it out. It's well worth it. All right. Thank you, everybody. The numbers have been amazing. Thank you so much. God bless you for sharing it and hanging in there with us. We won't give up. We won't give up. All right, kids, got to get out of here. And we appreciate you. We thank you. God bless you. Stay strong.